be backed by allocation of resources at the national level.
Yeah.
But is that happening? Is Treasury, we are now deep in discussing the budget estimates, and the budget pronouncements will be made next week on Thursday, I think. Do you feel that some of these pronouncements by the president, who's the leader of the national government, that they are backed by any budgetary provision, that Treasury is actually considering Northern Kenya better than it did before?
You know, when the politics is silenced, these things will kick in. Are they going to be achieved now? What I've discovered with Kenyan budget making is they're always supplementaries, both at the national government and at the counties. So Northern Kenya, at the advent of this revolution, we had a lot of challenges. We had a lot of priorities. Did we prioritize as we need? Sometimes no, because what we will have done is to invest in what is going to help the people, because we are still the poorest counties in this country. But no one is answering why Kiambu can generate 5-point-something billion and Mandera is 200 million. Roads per capita, hospitals, schools, all these things. Revenues don't come from trees or the soil. Revenues come from investments through licensing, through business, through other opportunities where you collect taxes in different avenues. Those do not exist. That said, the country is now in debt. We need to manage our debt. We need to cap corruption. Because if you look at reports that we are losing close to 600 to 800 billion in corruption, it means the people we entrusted with the resources are stealing from us. And I told you, it's the poverty trauma. People grew up in poverty. They knew hunger. They slept in a room with 6 relatives. But today they want to sleep in 10 bedrooms when there are 3 people. They want to have 40 cars when there are 2 people in the home. So Kenya and Kenyans must be honorable enough and have shame and try. I grew up average person. I wasn't poor because we had camel. And one camel could cost 10,000, 20,000 up to today. But we did not add infrastructure. Asabito, 63 years after independence, they just took solar the other day. The national grid has not reached Mandera, Habaswe, and Garissa Mandera. So there are a lot of things that the problem is. And it's not only northeastern, bro. I was in Baringo. I was in Pokot. There is a village called Silale. And it's inhabited by Pokots on that side. They built the first school classes now. Her first lady built 2 classes. The 2 classes, each one hosts PP1 and PP2, and then class 1 and class 2. So
Same
this
class.
one big class, then this side there is a blackboard, and this side there is a blackboard. If you go to Kapedo, do Somalis live in Kapedo? The Kenyans from Turkana and Pokots and all these other places. I have gone to the Tugens and the Nandis in that part of the world. The kind of poverty level you see if you go to Homa Bay. So it's a problem, as he said, is a national problem. Misinformation is used by government when they want to hide something. When you see a politician shouting from the rooftop, when you see a government shouting from the rooftop, they use fake news and misinformation so that look at what's happening in the whole of this week. There was girls' school that was burnt. There was another one in Molo. There was this. What is the economical question? Where is the economical discussion in the country? This country is rich, my brother. What we need is honorable men. Honorable men are men who feel shame that this hospital I am working in, these drugs, this money belongs to these patients. There is no money lying idle that is stolen. If SHA is not working, people at SHA and the Ministry of Health are stealing from Kenyans. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. My hospital is not receiving money. We ask for 13 million, we receive 2 million, 1 million. Why? You are told that he has rejected. Health is a constitutional right. So the officer, the director of finance at SHA has no right to deny money in my hospital. Why? He is an employee. He needs to comply with the Constitution, the Health Act, the SHA Act, all of them. So the officers at SHA have no right. Duale has no right to deny any hospital any money. He needs to check for compliance. Okay? The people of Mandera have been trained on SHA by SHA team. They went to Mandera, they trained them. The same people, on what they trained them, when they send the claim forms, we are not receiving money. I was at SHA. And the kind of corruption that is going on in that ministry is mind-blowing, and so is everywhere else. So what we need to do is, the Minister for Health, Duale, to avoid political excitements. There were almost 19 cabinet ministers for health before him. There will be others after him.
All right.
There will be officers at SHA before. Our problem with health is thievery.
Okay.
And until and when we stop, the people in Kisumu will suffer, those in Uasin Gishu will suffer, those in Garissa will suffer, those in Kiambu and Muranga will suffer, even though they are structural. Government then benefited infrastructure-wise, they were way ahead of us.
All right. Now, the main